You're listening to the Impact Implosion on the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
It is January 26, 2016, and it is another episode of the Impact Implosion here on the Angry Marks Podcast Network. As always, I am Seth Drinkin, and on the other end is Mike Poland.
Good late evening to everybody, and whenever you might be listening to this.
Well, Jeff Hardy got signed to a new deal.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
I find it funny that they signed it the same week that they're writing him off for the UK shit, but anyway.
Well, and
unfortunate timing.
Offered Kurt Angle a non-wrestling deal.
He's gonna be an agent. I'll hang out with, what's his name, Gaborik.
Yep. It'd be the ambassador of TNA.
The ambassador.
If he signs, of course.
And, of course, we got the Dixie Carter stuff that happened over the weekend.
Oh,
Talk
yeah.
about it?
You mean the AJ Styles thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dixie.
Saturday, TNA, for no reason, and they tried to explain that despite we answer everyone's questions about this, I don't think anyone was really asking. So they basically tried to paint a picture that said that AJ, Doc Gallows, and Carl Anderson had signed with TNA and then reneged on the deal and signed with WWE.
I'm wondering what planet Dixie lives on, but anyway.
Yeah, Pro Wrestling Insider was trying to say this was true, which unfortunately was revealed it was not, and some people were saying Pro Wrestling Insider, hey, if Pro Wrestling Insider says it's true since they hate TNA, it must be true. No, they like TNA. They're friends with Bob Ryder.
Oh, God, yeah, Bob Ryder.
So, basically, they said, we guess the lawyers got involved and stuff, but AJ's lawyer who's Bail Barons, has basically said, no, that's not what happened. We had maybe verbal understanding that there might be a deal. We never said there'd be a complete deal. And the problem with TNA saying there was a deal is that's tampering.
Illegal.
Since Carl Anderson, in the talks began in November, all three of them were, well, actually Carl Anderson, AJ and Doc were on pay for appearance. Could have left any time, but Carl Anderson was still there, and that would have been tampering.
Illegal.
Yeah, and TNA did not sue, so it's not coming up to them. Then, of course, AJ appeared at the Royal Rumble. By the way, I finished second in the Royal Rumble draw.
Did you get to watch the Rumble at all? Or?
I watched only the Rumble match.
I liked the Rumble match.
Yeah, I thought the Rumble match was fine. I watched mostly the Carolina Panthers beating the crap out of the Arizona Cardinals, and then when I thought it was safe to basically change the channel, I did.
I thought AJ had a decent showing, even though I thought he came out too early.
And the camera production issues, like not showing his entrance, basically, showing Roman Reigns as like,
whoops.
Or not showing Kofi Kingston's elimination.
Yes, we had to see that on the double feature.
But yeah.
Oh, by the way, Kofi got eliminated.
Oh, yeah. By the way, Kofi got eliminated while we were watching Big Reigns get beat up by the League of Nations. Kofi got eliminated.
Yep. Well, that's Royal Rumble talk. I'm sure Stevie and whoever's on it.
I know.
They'll
probably talk about it, yeah.
One Night Rolling Rivals will be airing next Friday night.
Again?
No, this year's. The one that was taped in Pennsylvania. I said Rivals.
Rivals. Oh, Rivals. Okay. I thought she said live.
No, although that is still airing.
Yeah, okay. So as we were saying, AJ came in the Rumble and TNA then said, well, congrats to AJ.
Yep.
Despite the fact that we tried to delay your entrance and fuck you over, but yeah, congrats.
TNA will be taping in England this week.
Oh, and Dave Lagana's shit, where he basically said a quote like something about promises and stuff.
Oh, get off it, Dave. Come on.
Here we go. Dave Lagana. People with good intentions make promises, but people with good character keep them. Yeah. Lagana,
yes.
they're just...
You got fired from WWE.
For a reason. Yeah.
You were a Heyman guy before that term became a term.
Yeah. Yeah, you basically just suck, so, yeah.
Well, let's talk about this Impact.
There's a reason you're stuck with TNA right now. Who needs to fire their creative team, although they did a good show this week, so we'll get into that.
It was okay. I generally don't like the Feast of Fire stuff, but
I actually really like this show, so I gave it a B+, but we'll get into that.
We'll get into it. We'll go through it here.
All right. First off, Jeff Hardy is shown arriving to the arena, and it says...
Paint his face and get some answers.
Yeah. Apparently, Jeff Hardy's priority is not to go to the ring immediately to call his brother. It's to paint his face. Look, Jeff, I know my priorities were Carolina Panthers over the Royal Rumble, but I'm not wrestling in either show, or I'm not competing, or I have no stake in either thing. Well, actually, I do have a stake. I had a stake in Carolina winning. So, as a fan, I had a stake in Carolina winning. So, yeah, the stuff I have stakes in is priority to the stuff I want to watch.
Yep.
So,
but Jeff comes out, says he didn't get to see, he wasn't there last week to see everything go down, but when he got to watch it again, it made him sick or something like that.
Yeah. He was shocked and sick by what his brother did. So, he doesn't remember his brother well enough from the WWE days. He's got to remember that his brother did torch his house.
His brother pretty much tried to kill him.
Yeah, his brother did try to kill him and torch his house at one point. If everyone remembers.
Well, not Jeff. Apparently he's got some good drugs there.
I know, yeah. So Matt Hardy comes out to the I Am Iconic and then the theme music. It's better than his brother's shit that he sang for Matt, but it's still generic. And the biggest moment of laughing out loud, Tyrus behind Matt and Reby holding the baby.
Carrying Maxwell.
I was like,
he's the babysitter because that's the guy I trust with a baby.
Yes, Tyrus the babysitter. So yes,
so that's your
Tyrus
role.
Has downgraded now from bodyguard to babysitter.
He's like the grandpa on the Rugrats. I can envision that.
Yeah. Like, and even Pope's like, I wouldn't trust that man with my baby. And I'm like, I agree.
That's a good line, Pope, for once.
Just the line of seeing Tyrus come down there looking proud while holding a baby. You're like, what the fuck?
You have lost all your intimidating powers, Tyrus.
Yeah, you're holding
what little of them you had.
You're holding a baby. So
that's a photo op for you.
Yeah, holding a baby. So Reby, that's Hardy. Jeff wants answers, and Reby says, "You don't get to get answers," and called Jeff out on getting his dumbass injured after winning the tag titles.
I didn't realize I was talking to my ex-bitch-in-law, or my bitch-in-law sister, or whatever he said.
Bitch sister-in-law. And Matt's
Reby
like,
is very awkward on the mic. I'm not sure if this is her first time cutting a promo or what, but...
So Matt's like, you need to apologize, and Jeff's like, well, you're a bitch too, and there's big bitch, bitch number 3 over there.
Holding the baby.
Yeah.
At least you don't have to try to read a baby.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously, you're hiring the former Funkasaurus Rex. Don't Rexes eat babies?
We'll teach the baby how to dance badly.
I know. So Matt's like, well, I guess for the final time, I guess finally we're going to have to go our separate ways. And I'm like, you've gone your separate ways many times. Twice.
Your short memories.
Yes. You both have short memories. I know you're trying to keep kayfabe alive, but got to understand that shit happened.
But it was a different company.
It was, we're trying to act like it's shoot now. It was kayfabe did. That was fake. This is real. Stop. Kayfabe's dead. Stop it, guys. Matt, that's really what's killing Matt on Twitter right now is he's being a kayfabe troll.
Yeah.
So, Jeff wants a title match.
Oh, and we'll get to that.
And Matt says, well, I wipe my hands of what happens next. So he accepts.
X Division title.
Actually, no, we had everyone talking about the Feast or Fired case, and Grado talked about ribs when talking about the briefcases.
Oh, yeah, Feast or Fired is that first. At least we get it out of the way.
By the way, there is no briefcase for the X Division title shot this year because TNA doesn't get to shit about the X Division title. So it's a match, and Grado gets briefcase number 2 after having issues grabbing it, getting it off the thing. Seriously, he's like, come on!
Not the first time somebody would have issues with a briefcase, but we'll get to that.
And that wouldn't be the last time here. So it better be the Fired case. And I said, even when getting a prize for a match, he botches. Get this fucktard out of TNA and send him back to the hole he came from.
Send him back to whatever country he lives in.
So Drew Galloway grabs the next briefcase number 1, after German
suplexing Eli Drake from the top rope.
Yeah.
Out of the trio. Well, I like that spot.
Yeah, he does that a lot, though. It's a good spot still, and then Jesse Goddard and Eli Drake try to grab the last 2 briefcases at the same time, and there's
realize one of those is probably the Fired case, right?
What?
I said, you do realize if we're
of course
saying that there's the possibility that one of those is the Fired case.
Maybe, but I don't think they care. I think they assume someone else got the Fired case, so they may get the last 2 briefcases. So Eli Drake gets the briefcase. Unfortunately, the Jesse Goddard doesn't, but unfortunately the camera holds on to see Eli Drake drop the damn briefcase.
Whoops.
Although and this was not a planned spot, since he went and grabbed it back. No one went to take it from him, and everyone acted like he won. But yeah.
Whoopsie. Okay, now let's talk about Storm and Rude. They clear house, and then they talk for a second, and Rude watches on as Storm grabs the other case.
Yeah, he protects him from freaking
Bad
O'Shea.
move.
No, I think Rude's fine. He understands that he owes Storm. He kind of owes him some shit. He owes him for the past. And Storm got screwed out of this briefcase in the past, and I think he knows that.
Yeah.
So, real ceremony is later tonight. Please give Grado the Fired case. And then we see Kurt Angle and Jeff Hardy talking about Matt Hardy being changed by Rebby Sky. So basically they're like, women, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
So then we have the X Division title 3-way between Tigre Uno, Mark Andrews,
this was good,
and DJZ.
And Andrews was in this match.
Tigre is the only one who gets the entrance. So he's retaining.
Sounded like Z had some new music, or somebody had some new music.
By the way, no British Boot Camp 3 season 3, by the way. Despite the fact the show being a hit, because TNA doesn't want to make money.
Yep. This was good.
Mark Andrews does a spot that I know he's done several times, the skateboard Hurricanrana.
I don't like that spot.
It's sort of cool, but logistically it's stupid as hell. Why the fuck would you do that? It's like the worm.
Skater boy.
It's like the worm and shit. Tigre Uno hits a C4 off the top rope, I think onto Mark Andrews.
Yep.
And retains the title. Streamers.
The one-man Spanish Fly.
For the streamers for a celebration. And here comes Gregory Shane Helms. And basically Helms says, you have a week left to
hold that title.
Yep. I want my shot. Are you going to give it to me? Are you going to accept? And he's like, yeah, I'll accept the title match next week.
They call Helms the greatest cruiserweight champion of all time.
No,
my first thought is...
Well, they actually emphasized that he's the longest reigning cruiserweight champion in history.
Oh, yeah, I heard him say greatest the first time. Like, Billy Kidman? Rey Mysterio, anyone?
No, they've actually made sure to fix that this time by saying longest reigning cruiserweight champion, because that's not debatable.
Right.
So, and notice Helms did not say that it was going to be him that he was facing. He never
I noticed that.
Yeah. So, next is Awesome Kong versus Velvet Sky.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, actually, before that, Eli Drake is backstage worrying about the briefcase. Jesse wants him to open it now. Eli opens it, but we don't get to see what he has.
Jesse Goddard is a terrible talker.
I know. So, Angle confronts Matt, who calls the Olympic gold medalist Curtis.
Curtis.
That's not his name.
He's not Mr. Hughes.
Yeah. I'm going to look this up on Wikipedia, but I don't believe Kurt's real name is Curtis.
His Uncle Curtis.
No, it's not. It's Kurt. It's Kurt Stephen Angle. It's not Curtis. Curtis is with a C. There is no Curtis with a K. So, Matt threatens to break Kurt Angle's nose if he sticks it in their family business. And Awesome Kong comes out as she's the leader of the dollhouse, and I always have to pause because it still makes no fucking sense.
And I hate the fact that her personality sounds like the stereotypical black woman.
Yes. So here comes Velvet, and Josh is like, everyone was excited to see the beautiful people reform. And I was like, no, they weren't. And I know people who thanked Davey Richards for knocking up Angelina Love. Personally know people who were like, thank you, Davey Richards, for doing that. So, nice of them to mention that Velvet was fired, which they said in the past. Whoever loses this TNA contract, whoever gets the fired briefcase is gone from TNA permanently. Although they made some bullshit to excuse by saying, well, kind of but it really she wasn't in the match, so TNA allowed her to get back in, earn her way back in and stuff. So they tried. It's still stupid. Velvet got more moves than she should have, but it was a squash match still.
As it should be.
And then Madison comes out because Awesome Kong's going to beat her up some more. But the Dollhouse come out because Madison decided not to get help for her friend and just come out there alone, even though there's 3 more of them backstage and there's just 2 of you. So So basically they all force Madison to watch as Awesome Kong goes up the second ropes and splashes and Velvet Sky dead. And hopefully that's the last we'll see of her.
Nope. We'll see her again.
Wolves backstage are not happy about their tag titles being stolen.
And we have a match.
Well, they want their match, but they don't know who it was. Abyss who attacked them with Steve.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody knows it's Abyss who attacked Steve, despite the fact that you could hear the grunts and know by the pants it's fucking Abyss. It would have been a surprise if it wasn't Abyss.
Just some random big guy.
So then time to reveal the contents briefcase after these commercials. Then it's
at least one of them.
Time. So Mike Bennett has to fucking interrupt. And I really do got to thank Drew Galloway for calling his ass out and sending him back. But Mike's like, you threaten me or my girlfriend again, you're going to get it.
Wife.
Your wife again, you're going to get it.
What did Drew say? You've never been here.
You've only been here for a short time, and you don't get to call yourself miracles here. You have to earn. At least we all went out there to took risks to earn our opportunities.
Yeah, and
Eli Drake's first.
Drake,
King of the Mountain title shot. And he leaves celebrated.
And it's time for the tag match.
And then the Wolves want the Thieves to their titles, and here comes Rosemary.
Courtney Rush.
Yep. And Josh is wondering what is that? And I'm like, that's a woman, Josh. You're married to one who just got her ass kicked a few minutes ago. You know what a woman is, Josh. Yes, she may have face paint, and may look. And here comes Crazy Steve with
She's hanging out with Crazy Steve for whatever reason.
With some awesome new music, actually. I like the music that they gave Crazy Steve for his. And shock of all shocks, their friend is Abyss.
Abyss.
So we're getting this match, and the Wolves are dominating most of it, and then Rosemary comes out with the belts, just dragging him.
He's disrespecting the titles.
Yep, they're and then, because they're going on the outside to get their belts back, but Crazy Steve Red Mists Davey Richards, and they get DQ'd.
And Rosemary basically just bites Davey Richards on the chest.
While Steve has him in the chicken wing biting going on. And then
that's rough.
Abyss chokeslams Eddie. I'm personally intrigued by this trio of and I know it's going to take a while for them to actually get Abyss to be formidable again, but so far so good for this team.
Mm-hmm.
And Decay. Don't forget the decay that Rosemary keeps saying. Riddle me this, that. Decay.
Riddle me that, riddle me this.
I know.
You got the phrase backwards.
You're not the Riddler. You're supposed to be the Joker, kind of, or Harley Quinn. But back to the briefcase reveals. James Storm's briefcase reveals it is a tag team title shot. Beer!
Yay.
Money!
Yay!
I love what Rude says. He's like, well,
hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
I'm here.
Okay, good. James Storm, but before James Storm reveals his briefcase of being a tag title shot, James Storm is like, this could be it, man. And it's like, it was a good time, man. If it's a world title briefcase, and James Storm's like, I'll let you have it, Rude, for a 6-pack. And Rude's like, deal. And so he's like, if I'm fired, it was a good time coming. And so he opens it up, closes it, hands it to Rude. Rude opens it. He's like, tag title shot. And they're like,
yeah,
money. Let's go get some beers. By the way, new beer money t-shirts that they've been hawking.
Yep.
So then it's down to Drew Galloway versus Grado.
Cool.
And Drew Galloway is like, well, Grado, sorry to do this. I got the world title shot, man.
And then Grado just overacts.
He's like, wait, I'm fired? Like, really? Fired? Like,
yes.
And he has trouble opening up the damn briefcase. Like, open up the briefcase, Grado. And he's like, I'm trying to open up the briefcase.
He can't even open the briefcase.
I know. So, and they basically say, you have 10 minutes, Grado, to get your stuff and building.
Get your coat and leave.
I'm like, you have 10 minutes, Grado, get your shit and don't let the door hit you on the way out.
And then they bury him when they go back into the building.
By the way, Josh Matthews couldn't have happened to a better guy.
We won't see him next week.
Who?
Grado.
No, we won't. He's done.
No, I said we won't. That's what Josh said.
Oh, yeah, we won't see him next week. I thought she said we will, but...
No.
No. I was like,
unless there's some glitch in the tapings.
Yeah. So EC3 to speak next week about his future. Main event time. Jeff Hardy comes out with the face paint. Matt Hardy comes
it's time
out.
for Jeff Hardy's yearly write-off.
And as Matt Hardy's being introduced, you can see the ecstasy on his face as I think it's Tyrus giving him a shoulder rub. So Tyrus must be a good masseuse. I am like, Ed Hardy is really enjoying that shoulder rub.
Rebby, get in there and give your man a shoulder rub.
No, get Tyrus back here. He does it better. Yes, apparently Tyrus has another job, masseuse.
As long as he doesn't sit on anybody's back.
No.
That might crush somebody.
Graham, as they begin the match, EY comes out and says, what are you doing here? This is my title shot. I am the king of the world.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
It's my title shot. Mine. And then Bram attacks from behind, and Jeff Hardy's like, okay. And leaves, and starts leaving. and poses. And Josh is like, I guess EY's blaming Jeff for his loss to Matt Hardy in the World Title Series. I'm like, really? Are you really going to make it seem like EY? Are you going to make us remember that EY being the dumbass of breaking the fucking count, breaking a count out, because that's obviously what was going to happen.
Yep.
So yeah, they're beating up Jeff Hardy. Beer Money comes out to make the save, and for some reason, Abyss and Crazy Steve attack Beer Money, and they fight to the back. Angle comes out now, and Tyrus attacks him. So, and Matt Hardy hits Angle with the title belt and is celebrating. And Jeff Hardy tries to fight, but EY piles drives him through a table on the outside that he set up. So Jeff's going to be out of action as Matt kisses his wife. I got to give this show a B+. Other than the stupid stuff in the Feast are fired, the right people got the briefcases. The right person got fired.
Yeah,
I gave it a B+. Give it an A. I almost gave it an A-, but then I remember the women's match, and I was like, yeah, that wasn't needed. But
B-.
I gave it a B. Oh, you gave it a B-. Okay. Yeah. So golf clap for TNA.
Funny that they re-signed Jeff just at the same time TV-wise that he's getting written off. But,
Yep, because of the UK tour. And did we mention that the 3 guys who were in the British poll that was going to show up, all 3 of them are going to be on there instead of...
I can't remember who they were.
Damo, Will Ospreay, and Jimmy Havoc. We didn't mention the poll, but all 3 of them are going to be on there, so the poll was meaningless.
Yay! Time waster.
So, yeah. And
anything to plug tonight, Seth? Oh, that's the show.
That's all for the show, so do you have anything, so?
Nah.
I don't either, so we will...
Good night, everybody.
See you next week.
Bye.